We've got 45 minutes and then hard stop.
No!
I know. There's nothing I can do about it though. I already tried to move the time.
Okay.
I pushed it back as late as I could.
Okay. Well, let's get the fuck out of here.
I know.
Is that door still? Yeah, it's closed. Like, fuck off.
Just run. You're just over here?
I'm just running. I'm just going for it.
Okay. Let me see if I've got this right. So there's convection.
Grace. My dear Grace. I wish I could explain everything to you. To help you understand.
How much of an asshole your dad is?
Energy that's emitted from an object, right? You make a really good teacher, you know that.
I will find out who is responsible for this, Grace. Whatever it takes.
What?
I promise.
He's just getting confused.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. Sweet dreams.
So what's the deal? You got the money? Here. It's a genuine meeting. He's got some plan he thinks you can help out with. Asked me if I thought it was crazy getting you involved.
And do you?
I think you're a man that can be trusted.
I suppose we'll find out. Thanks.
Whee! Oh shit! I feel like maybe when you run through here, I don't know if we could maybe make a break for it to get to the building instead of going this way to go this way. Because isn't the building like up there?
We did it!
I don't know if that's doing it.
We did it.
Okay.
Transfer of energy through so you never forget.
No questions asked.
Sweet dreams. All your
I feel like we could just run through and ignore all the combat.
whatever it takes so you never forget.
You know, this reminds me of those memes of like me looking for the person ruining my life. It's like themselves.
Oh yeah.
Ramsey, you've gone completely off grid this time. Are you safe?
I'm safe. Just pull me back out.
Searching for you now. Concentrate on the memory you wish to return to. Focus on Howard, Dr. Ramsey. See if you can locate him.
It reminds me of those ones where it shows like the brain, like, you know,
Oh yeah, where it gets like
where it's like
it
like,
starts off.
oh,
nor-
this is just kind of a basic thing. Oh, but this is if it's like even better thing. This is if it's a god level thing.
and then it's like this is if it's your own fault.
There you are.
Remember, Dr. Ramsey, and focus on the memory you wish to explore. I cannot pull you out of this one alone. Focus and find a way back,
Howard.
Dr. Ramsey.
Mr. Black. Been a while. Last time we saw each other would have been... Let me see.
When I stole the corner gun.
Ah, yes. When you stole my corner gun for Robert Ramsey. Really, I should just have killed you on the spot. I'd feel so much better about everything.
I've seen this.
Then why don't you?
You were so exquisite. So flawless in the way you ruined me and my company. I wanted to even the playing field a little.
Are you gonna fuck now?
Do something
So,
similar
like,
to Ramsey.
Make out?
And I racked my brains and I just couldn't think of who would be
That's
the
when
best
I knew
man
I
for the
loved
job.
you.
And it occurred to me.
Me?
You just
I'm
ruined
Ramsey's
my
head of
butthole
security.
so utterly.
Why would I work for you?
I don't understand. How can this be the truth?
Every man has his price, Black. Especially you.
I'm paid well.
Yes, but not as well as you'd like to be. Not as well as you could be.
It's not about the money.
That old chestnut. Okay, fine. Then how about this? According to my sources, Ramsey has a surprisingly accurate record of your criminal history, far more so than the police. Seems to me he's got you over a bit of a barrel. Work for him or go to prison. The way I see it, Mr. Black. You're his bitch.
You sound jealous.
I never saw it like that. He was my employee.
Is that why you had him blackmailed?
Yeah, like, why would you have...
Because he doesn't know that he's an asshole.
I envy no man, Black. If someone has something I want, I take it for myself. So here's my offer, and I'll only make it once. You work for me, not Ramsey. I devise a plan to get Ramsey's Pandora device, and you carry it out. You name your price, within reason, and if you're successful, I'll forget about the whole corner gun fiasco, and we'll both be on our merry way. How does that sound?
If I refuse?
You're alive because you're useful, Black. Don't get any ideas.
No.
This never made any sense.
Excuse me.
I said no.
I'm not sure I've been clear enough here, Black.
Oh, you've been clear. But I refuse your offer, Howard. I'll not work for you. I'll never work for you. I'll not carry out this little plan of yours. I don't agree to any of it. I refuse.
There was more. Clever boy, Black.
You've got to believe me. I'm telling you, that's what happened. I promise. I'm not hiding anything.
Puppet Master!
Surprising. And very foolish.
However, I will allow you to work for me.
Go on.
I have a plan that I know will work. I have people in mind who I know will help. I don't want your money. I want your manpower and your resources. I'll be in charge, and I'll take down Ramsey from the inside. In return, I'll get you Ramsey's Pandora tech. You do exactly as I say, or there's no deal.
So it was you. I trusted you, Black. I gave you work and paid you well.
You blackmailed
This is how you
him.
repay me. After all we've been through together.
What?
Everything that happened to my family. To Grace. It was all because of you. My own employee.
Yeah, but why did
Well,
he
you're
betray
not so
you?
imposing a figure now, are you, Mr. Black?
Like, why
Nothing
did
but a
Mr. Black
vegetable
want to do
in my
that?
basement. I could do whatever I want, and there would be nothing you could do about it. Fuck you, Black. Fuck you to hell. You were dead
But what
when
did you
came
do
in
to
here,
Black
and
to
there's
make
no
him
way I
wanna
can let
do
you go
that?
now. You were the architect of my downfall. Perhaps ending you is a mercy I will come to regret. I will find out in time. Goodbye, Cole Black.
Doctor, I'm getting some very strange readings. Extreme caution advised.
We're still in.
We're still in?
Grace?
Ha ha!
Oh my god,
Grace,
Grace
is
is
that you?
inceptioning us.
Grace is like on the outside.
I understand everything. I know you're there. I know you're watching.
You had it all backwards!
I know. My child, I know I did. Grace, can you hear me?
You had a family that loved you!
Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me.
How could you get it so wrong?
Grace, shit.
She's looking at our memories.
She's in us.
Yeah.
Grace, if you can hear me, I'm going to show you some things, okay? I'm going to show you how all this came to be. Your mother was right. This was all my fault, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me help you understand.
No. It's too late.
It's too late, Dad. I don't give a shit. I know it's your fault.
This is all because of you.
Grace, please.
You let us all down. You put your creation before your family.
No,
you let me down.
I know. I was a fool.
Still feel sad that he fucked up. He did always treat his family like they were in the way. Just like, ugh, I have to like deal with this. I have to like deal with this baby and deal with all this bullshit.
Please, give me a chance to explain.
I needed a dad. Where were you?
Let me show you.
Nah, buddy. It's too
Show
late.
you what?
It's too late for that.
It's somehow this guy's fault. Somewhere. But like, what did he do to Black to make him hate him? Just because he was like being treated like a slave of sorts?
I mean,
Let me show you.
I don't know. I feel like going down the whole like what did he do to him like is kind of like a.
I just would think like, why would Black like want so desperately to ruin him for no money or anything? It has to be for revenge.
You're familiar with this man
if
by
it's
now,
not
my
for
love.
money.
Yeah.
He
but let's
protected
see.
everything I'd worked to build. Did all the dirty work for me. But I made a terrible mistake.
You treat him like shit?
Yeah, you
I
treated
know
him like
this will
shit.
upset you, and I'm sorry. But your mother and I, we just grew apart. Rose understood what I was trying to accomplish with
Yeah,
the
yeah, I'm
Pandora
sure
in a way
that
that
memory
nobody
of
else
Rose is
could.
really...
And I did love her. But I never stopped
Aw.
loving you, Grace.
Those are all the stuffed animals.
I thought we could finish up a little early today. Go and grab a meal at that new Thai place. Let off a little steam. What do you think?
If this is going to work out between us, you need to understand that Lenore and Grace will always be part of my life. That's just something you need to accept.
You either commit to something, or you end up with nothing.
I couldn't commit to Rose because I didn't want to abandon my family. And I couldn't commit to my family because I was too consumed by my work. And Rose was right. I ended up with nothing.
I can't live like this any longer. With every day that passes, another little bit of me dies. I know you're too blind to see it, but you did this to her. I can't bear the sight of you, and I refuse to be your wife.
Good for you, Lenore. Good for you.
I couldn't commit to her. Couldn't give her the love she deserved. But I refused to let her go.
Did he hire
They
Black
hired
to
him-
kill his
And
wife?
as for you, Grace, my darling daughter, I loved you so much. Adult brains I understand, but this is just incessant, incoherent gambling. What on earth is she doing? I just didn't understand what it meant to be a father. All right, you, come here. Although I have no idea what you're saying, and I can say with a reasonable degree of certainty that you have no idea what I'm saying either. I got
Well,
it wrong,
they said
Grace.
that it was supposed to be
sorry.
Lenore.
Your mother once said I used you as an excuse to work. I don't know if she was right, but I know I wanted you to be cared for, and I know I wanted you wanted you to have a father you could be proud of. I'm sorry. I failed.
This is a really good game.
Yeah.
Regardless. This is a story that people don't... Whoa!
Oh, it
we're
is!
Lenore!
No, I think we're Grace.
Okay, Grace.
What? What?
It's time to finish the session. You've seen everything.
Just give me a moment.
Ha-ha!
What?
Yeah.
I thought we were dead. Are we injured at all, or? There's our dad.
Yep.
You're right. I've seen enough.
Oh, okay.
Grace? Grace, my love. Are you okay?
Yeah.
The technology has no adverse effects that we know of. She'll be
I
absolutely...
wasn't talking to you. Grace.
Lenore.
I'm fine, Mum. I'm thinking.
Grace, listen to me. I've done everything you asked. All we need is for you to sign a few papers, and we can continue where you're...
Sweetie, you don't have to make this decision now. You're exhausted. Let's just head home, okay?
Grace, talk to me. All you need to do is sign, and we'll transfer the money within
You're
20...
a piece of work, you know that.
Lenore, this is between me and Grace. This
No,
isn't
it's
anything
not.
to
How
do with you.
fucking dare you!
That's right,
I'm ruining my
Lenore.
crippled daughter, my dead husband, and my dead husband's whore! This is everything to do with me!
Lenore,
You go, Lenore.
This is business. And from what I heard, your dead husband very nearly left you for that whore.
Wow.
Shut up! Shut up, both of you! Mum, I've got this. You put me in this wheelchair. You do realise that, don't you? Well, without you, my parents are still together and my father is still alive.
I don't know that they'd still be together,
You're telling me she's
but...
responsible for all
Grace,
this?
I don't know what you saw.
You want her to sign those papers? You want her to allow you to work with Robert's technology? Then you don't fucking grace her. To you, she is Miss Ramsey, and you don't speak unless you're spoken to first. Am I making myself clear?
Yes. Perfectly clear.
Perfectly clear.
Miss Ramsey.
How many functional headsets do we have?
Fully functional. Only one, Miss Ramsey, your father's.
This one?
Break it.
That's right.
Break it.
No!
She's going to.
No, Grace!
And now you have none.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
This ends today. My father was a misguided man who didn't understand what he was dealing with, and I certainly can't trust you to do the right thing.
Going to regret that.
No, I won't. Nobody should be obsessing over things they can't change, shutting themselves off from the present. Memories belong in the past, and my father deserves to be dead.
You're playing a very dangerous game, Grace.
Threats? Oh, how very original of you, Rose. Well, what are you going to do? Kidnap me again? Strap another bond to me? There is nothing you can threaten me with that's worse than what I've already been through. So fuck the headset, and especially fuck you. Let's go home, Mum.
Of course.
You haven't heard the last of this, Grace.
It's Miss Ramsey, and yeah, I have.
Wait! Come back! Let's discuss this!
No! There's nothing more to talk about.
Grace!
Goodbye, Rose. Goodbye, Dad.
Goodbye. Good for you, Grace. Good for you, Grace and Lenora.
Lenore.
Sorry. Rose,
I don't know.
you're a tough girl. You'll figure it out.
I don't really like Lenore, and I don't know why exactly, but, I mean, she's definitely not in the wrong. I never really grew to like her character, I feel like. That was a really good game.
Yeah, that was like a whirlwind.
You know, it's interesting because I feel like, first of all, I feel like that was a very imaginative story that I really appreciated how all the pieces fit together.
Yeah, it didn't just suddenly go like, and then there were aliens, and you're like, okay,
yeah,
well,
like I
fuck
didn't.
off.
Like what I feel like is really cool is when a story is like, oh, we're gonna be so, you know, inventive, but we're not gonna like jump the shark.
Mm-hmm.
And like all of a sudden it's like, and then she was psychic. Like, I don't know.
it all held within the constraints of the established parameters.
Yes.
But was still able to blow your mind.
Like, I felt like the revelations that happened, they planted enough seeds so that you were like, oh yeah, I can see it going there.
And you kept hearing Grace's voice, and it was like, oh, he's imagining it. No, she's actually saying
oh,
it.
that was so good.
Because she was like, really, Dad? You fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm imagining it.
Yeah. Yeah, good music, good graphics.
I love how the whole time she was like, Dad, no, it's your fault. And he's like, no, it's Black's fault. She's like, no, Dad, it's your fault. And he's like, no, let me show you.
No,
Dad.
Let me just show you how it's not my fault.
And she's like, finally, when he's like, okay, it's my fault. He's like, you can die now. And then Rose is in there and she's like, I know all your shit now, Rose. I know all your shit now.
Yeah. I mean, it still wasn't his fault that she got kidnapped, cause I just don't want to.
Well, yeah, cause it's not like he organized or anything.
Well,
but I think
but the thing is that like nobody ever would have an affair with the assumption that like when things go bad they're gonna kidnap your daughter
and kill her.
You know, like that's like a clear escalation.
I think it wasn't about the kidnapping. It was about the deterioration of his like relationships in his life, and like how he just didn't give a shit at all.
Well,
or he just kind of treated his family like a nuisance.
I think it was about the deterioration of the relationships, but also how he kept looking for like yes, there were these outside reasons that affected, like, you know, there's the kidnapping obviously, which like affected his family, and you know he's not entirely to blame for that, but his focus on his work projects and all of these other things, like it enabled that to happen, even though it's like you don't go into it thinking like,
I think even if he wasn't a super genius, he would have been a shitty father.
I don't know. I feel like that was like a central part of his personality, so it's tough to say.
Yeah, but he used it as an excuse rather than it was a reason. He was just always annoyed that everyone wasn't like praising him to be the perfect genius he was when he was at home. Because at home, he was, quote-unquote, just a father.
Yeah.
And when he was at work, he was the most amazing man on the planet. And he made life-changing technology, and everyone worshipped him. And Rose, like, played into that. And he was like, yes, I am so amazing. I am blah, blah, blah. But when he went home, he was, quote-unquote, just a husband, just a father. And that kind of, like, didn't make him want to be there.
That's not exactly the way I took that. I kind of took it as, like, he was disappointed that Lenore wasn't as supportive of his ideas as he felt like she should be. Because it's like, she's in the beginning memories, remember she gives him the notebook and she's like, here's for all your ideas to change the world and, like, all that stuff. And I can see how it would be disappointing if you're like, if you think you're working on this great thing and your partner is not as invested in it, or even like wants to understand it as much as you do.
I think she was invested at first, but the more he neglected her, the less she started to care.
Yeah.
And then Rose was like, she wasn't even real. She was like this fantasy to him because she never really cared in the first place. She was just trying to get something from him.
Mm-hmm.
So she was appeasing to his ego. I don't think any real relationship would have ever been enough for him. He needed somebody to like tell him how amazing he was all the time. And nobody was really going to do that unless they were Rose, where she says, I'm whoever other people want me to be. I was like this badass rebel for this person, and now I'm like this adoring.
Well, she specifically says that I'll do anything to get it, you know, to get what I want, that type of thing.
Yeah, and she also has that letter where she's like, I'll be anything for whatever people want. So it's like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
He was never going to be happy with anything.
Well,
unless it was a fantasy.
He did love Rose, though. He said that.
But he didn't love a real thing. She wasn't giving him something real. she was giving him what he wanted.
Yeah, but that's kind of like, it reminds me of when people look at like relationships where one of the partners is like only in it for the money, but if nobody cares about that and everyone's on the same page, then why does it matter? You know?
I don't know. You explored all memories. Okay.
All right.
That was crazy.
What?
It just said return to Ramsey's basement. I want to see what happened.
Or you can just go to the menu.
Okay, bye.
Bye.